Yeah. No, that's great. I got a couple of things to say to that. I think, like one, I love the way you sort of lay out the steward as a stand-in for the whole corrupt regime. That, if we are looking at Robin Hood through the trickster lens, and the trickster comes because the social order is unbalanced and those who are in charge are not taking care of those who are under their care, you have a steward who, one, isn't the sheriff, so he's not even within the household, he's not the rightful decider of things, but he's flaunting his authority. He's refusing to feed the member of the household who has a right to food. And from everything they say in the book, like the steward never gives a rational reason as to why. He's just
Yeah.
like, no, I don't want to feed you. Go get your own food. You
Yeah.
you lost your chance. Too bad, you bastard.
I
Like
I
very
think he gives
selfish.
a pretext, like so he says like it's too late, as in you're supposed to eat breakfast early. He
Mm,
finds some little kind of pretext for, denying the food.
mhm.
But yeah, it's not a real reason.
Yeah,
It's not a
yeah. I mean,
legitimate reason.
yeah. I mean, if you're the steward and there's someone in the household who's hungry and you have the key to the food, like you're not the one that's supposed to be disciplining the troops. You're
So
supposed to be making sure the food, like you said, you're supposed to be making sure the food. If he had done his job and been like, oh, okay, we can feed you, but let me go get you some food. So he goes in, cuts a piece of the pie, gives him like a piece of the chicken, a little glass of drink or whatever, a little bag of meat. I don't know what they're drinking. And he
yeah,
brings that, and he's like, here's your food. Then Little John would be like, okay, and he'd eat the food and he wouldn't be smashing everything.
yeah.
So yeah, yeah, exactly. And then unless you have something to say to that.
No, no, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay. The other thing you were saying about the cook, I thought that was also really cool. Just um, you have sort of the caste system of sorts. You have sort of the rulers, and then you have the warriors. And the cook, although the cook is not in and of himself a cook, is not a policeman. He's functioning as one here. He comes in with the chicken on a spit, ready to like smash somebody with it. And then once that doesn't isn't necessary, for whatever reason, he puts the chicken down, but he's got a sword. So he's a cook, like carrying a sword with him, which is I found that really kind of out of character,
Huh.
but it works for the story.
Mm.
Like if I'm cooking in the kitchen and I'm like trying to roast a game hen, and like especially back in those days, I don't know if I'm gonna want a sword in a
Seems kind of
scabbard. Like
cumbersome. I gotta,
exactly, exactly. But you're right. He serves the purpose of the steward is unable to enforce the law, so the cook has to enforce. Somebody has to, so he comes in to enforce the law, and he's behaving justly, and he is in his power, and Little John is in his power, and they sort of recognize each other in that way. And I think that's where some of the misdeeds of the steward begin to be kind of balanced out because they see each other. Like the cook does not bow to the steward's illegitimate rulership,
mm,
and if he had, then the cook and Little John probably would not have been friends. But the cook is sort of like, well, I'm supposed to do this, and I don't know who you are, but you're causing some chaos, so I'm going to deal with it. Oh, hey, you're actually pretty cool. Yeah, I don't like that steward either. Um, okay, so then he kind of like gets on board and